Tomasz, how do you look at this emerging space now? A bunch of folks are starting to have their funds go 12, 13, 14, 15 years. That's obviously a longer window than I think a lot of people were expecting. The stay private longer sort of credo in Silicon Valley has, I think, created this entire space. If it wasn't for, Stripe, Uber, et cetera, taking 10 plus years, and SpaceX, and maybe some of those, Stripe will never go public. I mean, they said on All In a couple weeks ago or a couple months ago that maybe they could be private for 30 years, maybe never go public. So what do you think of this new phenomenon, this new structure that's emerging?
Yeah, I think it mirrors what happened in the private equity industry quite a lot. And I think it's a very healthy thing for the venture capital ecosystem. You look at the total number of companies in the US, public versus private. The number of private companies is increasing. Number of public companies is decreasing. That's a pretty important dynamic. I've seen some peer funds have 15-year funds as instead of a standard 10-year fund.
Is that a good thing, Tomasz? I don't know if that's a good thing that the typical VC fund is now 15 years.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad. I think it just is what it is. And then the question is, okay, given the LP base that we raise from and their cash flow requirements, how do we provide it to them in a way that sustains the business model?
Well, the docs say 10 to 12 years, and then you tell them, hey, it's going to be 15. That's not so great.
No. So I know of a couple of funds that have actually, within the docs, it's a 15-year fund with 2 one-year extensions. And so that's a recognition.
I have heard of this is a new thing that I've heard of people
that is definitely
saying,
new.
Well, and you also have to think about this as a fund manager, Dave. I think it's a really great question you pose. Is this a good or a bad thing? Well, if the returns are excellent and the window for an LP is, okay, we don't care if it's 10, 12, or 15. We just care what our IRR or cash on cash is or what information you're providing. It sounds like disclosure is the most important thing and managing expectations. Yeah.
Well, as it turns out, 500 Startups Fund 1 is turned 15 years old, I think, a week ago. Yeah. And it was great because we were already at 3x net 12 years in, but my kids, who were, I guess, 3 and 5 when I started that fund, are now a freshman and junior in college.